It is right now 4:30 a.m. Eastern where I'm at, and couldn't sleep. Was working, just been crazy busy, and just couldn't sleep. Actually, didn't even sleep like last night either. So I was just up, and I was just like, I'm gonna come on here. But usually I'm through the Streamyard, and we had the editing up, and I could put pictures up, but I never did a live on this channel. Um, just straight through YouTube. It always came through over on StreamYard. But this is more just like a test and stuff like that. Just seeing a couple people who email and a couple people who comment, like from the UK and stuff like that. I figured since I was up just to drop by and see if anyone's around. If not, it's fine. This is just a complete random live chat. And if you're new here, what we do is, hold on, that's freaking terrible. What did I just hit? You got to remember, I'm used to the laptop and the studio stuff. I'm just doing this from the phone. Oh, that's right. Okay. But, so every Wednesday night at 8:05 p.m. Eastern, I believe, I think it's 8:05, or did we change it to 7? Well, no, but me and Gina are also going to be doing a live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're still discussing what the show is going to be about, like how we do our lives every week on every Ozzy album, but then we turned it back and just started it straight out from Black Sabbath, and just going up in order till we get to the solo, and it's going to recycle that again. So, but we will be doing pre-recorded though on these because, like I always said from the get-go, this channel's all of ours. Anyone could be on it. Anyone could come on it. Anyone could post in the post section pictures, write anything. All you got to do is be subscribed. And it's unmonetized, just for all the real diehard fans that just want to talk Ozzy, Ozfest, Black Sabbath, any of those albums, the musicians, metal, rock, freaking blues, anything, music. And yes, it's Ozzy Osbourne tribute, absolutely. But the man definitely though loved his music and loved his melodies. So it just hit me actually yesterday. I was doing another podcast at another station, and or was it on a data station, or was it on this? I have like it just a lot of shit's going on, and sometimes it's hard to piece everything together. And I'm just unwinding now, so don't mind me. But I I think was I on with Gina, but I just had like that realization, and not to sound selfish, but it was like when Ozzy was like the first like big public figure celeb that I cried over. Like I felt like I know my whole freaking life, and I started this 2 days before he passed because of after Back to the Beginning. I wanted to just do a tribute thing, unmonetized, and then it just turned into then I put one video up, and then the next day he's passed away, and so it's just remembering his legacy and honoring that. And in 6 months' time, we are just about to hit 9,000 subscribers, and I believe like over 7.5 million views, which is incredible because it's all Ozzy, of course. But what I'm saying though is that's all that we want to see. There's no agendas here, no, you know, monetization, not making a dime even beforehand. Even if he didn't even pass, um, I wasn't monet. This is just a passion, and any one of you are absolutely welcome on this channel. I wish I could put the email up right now, but I'm not on StreamYard, so they don't have a feature where I could put comments up. I don't even know if anyone could even comment on this or if I could even see comments, but it's too late though right now at night, so there's no one around, and I'm in the United States, so It's freaking 4:34 East Coast time. But I don't even know though where they would actually even put those on this. But keep in mind, besides every Wednesday, the Ozzy Talk lives in the studio. I'm going to call Pat tomorrow and see if we get a time nailed down for that. The latest would be 11 p.m. Earliest would be 10 p.m. because because I'll be out for dinner. I won't be home until 9:30. That you got to unwind a bit, so probably like 11. And they're just a Saturday night. We just talk everything, no topic, live, but everyone in the chat jump in. Uh, you know, we want people to jump in the chat, talk if you want to even come on the show. Everyone who comes on this channel, we all met just through comments and stuff like that. And we just have a great community, and it's just a great place to come and hang out. It's like, I equate it to like back in my drinking days when you're around the fire with your people, just talking music and drinking beers or whatever. That's what it feels like sometimes, me, Gina, Pat, and the panel. Then you get like Victrola and Linda and the ladies from the Princesses of Darkness, Diary of a Mad Women. You get them over there, and they're great. And thank you, Linda and Angela. And definitely check their page out over on Facebook. They do some great stuff over there too. But I hope you guys are all having a good weekend. I just couldn't sleep, and I figured I'd check in, see if I like to do these little random tests in the middle of the night. And like I said, it's 4:36. See? Well, there we go. DJ Gizmo. I got the catch. And you know what? And if you're the only one, my man, it was totally worth it because I couldn't sleep. And, I've been busy as hell. And I'm just like laying here and I'm like, don't want to watch a movie or whatever. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to go on my phone. And I never went on a YouTube live like this. Usually we're on the Streamyard, it's all edited up. Uh, but I want you to know if you look at past episodes or whatever, this isn't how they look. I'm laying on freaking a couch on the side of my freaking bed here, in my robe and Buddy's band shirt and pajamas. This isn't how we usually roll. I'm usually in the studio, and I'll be tomorrow night in the studio. That's at I think 10 or 11 because they're random. Sundays we do every week now at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then every Wednesday at 7:05 p.m. Eastern is live. But I got a bunch of pre-record dropping and new interviews dropping. Gotta catch me. Amen, DJ Giz. I always see your comments in there, my man. Always. And well, the next one will actually be able to see. If you ever look in the live stream section where it says like Ozzy Live, excuse me, Ozzy Talks, they're just like something I started doing just like randomly on Friday, like the unscheduled, like Friday or Saturday. I'm just at the house and I want to shoot the shit on Oz and talk music or whatever. And boom, I just go up and no specific topic. But that's tomorrow night at like freaking. Sometimes they start at midnight. They're random, so that's Saturday, and then Sunday now we're starting 3 p.m. Eastern on a live, and then every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So the Sundays and Wednesdays are locked, like meaning 100% 3 p.m. Sunday and Wednesday. They're the weekly shows. We only did one a week, but two. Me and Pat just have to try to get it on the schedule because the Ozzy type things they're late because I can't do it live on the weekend until later. But some of the UK people, hopefully, though, I could see them jump on in here, or whatever. I always see in the comments, they're like, I always miss a live. And if any of you do jump in here, this isn't normally how the lives are, believe me. Usually have edited up music, studios, in a freaking studio, of a co-host, host, co-host, you know, Nobody owns this channel. This is all of our channel. For example, DJayGizmo right there, 776. If he was just like, hey, I'd like to be a guest and come on and talk, I would say, all right, come on. You know what I'm saying? That's how me and Gina teamed up. And that is how me and Pat and so on. And we have Audrey Sargent 3518. How are you, Audrey? Thank you very much for being here. This was just like a test run in the middle of the night on my phone, not in the studio or nothing. But this is Into the Void Ozzy Osbourne tribute, unmonetized channel. That's just for the diehard fans. And we interview, musicians and stuff who played with Ozzy and stuff like that. But when I created this, though, and it was after the Back to the Beat. Well, no, it was 2 days before he passed away, and I put up one video, and then I remember the next day he passed. But I was already creating it after Back to the Beginning, and then obviously after the sad passing of him, it just took out a snowballed into. I mean, in 6 months we're gonna hit 10,000 subscribers next week. That's what it says in the YouTube studio. It's like, so, I mean, we're going to hit 9,000 over this weekend. And then by next week, averaging like 1,000 subscribers a week. It's crazy. And that's not because of me at all. It's all because of the Oz. And that's all that there's no agenda here, no money, no sponsors, no freak. I don't care if someone call, hey, we'll pay. No, there's none of that. Unless that money just got somehow put directly into like, Parkinson's foundation without it even going through anyone. Just boom, right through that. That's the only way I would allow this ever to be monetized. So this will never be monetized. This is just for the real diehards. You don't need fucking YouTube Premium. You fucking just come on and fucking watch what you want to watch. And why do I want to fucking release content? And if I wanted it to be engaging, why do I want to like break that up from an ad? Like, so I always kept my word with that. We have over 7 million views, 7.5 million views. Could have been monetizing. It's so weird because the channel's only been up for 6 months, but it feels though because of all those subscribers that fast. I just love seeing the love for Ozzy. I just absolutely love seeing it. And people are watching every day and those shorts, and I love it. And not to mention though the people that I met from this channel, like DJ Giz in the house, now Audrey. But the regulars that I see, like the comments, I know I know, and when I get to see his jump, but that's why I just did this tonight. I'm like, maybe someone that usually can't make it on the times that we're on live, maybe even if it's just one, it's freaking worth it. I'm not a freaking not a number views type guy. I was just mentioning that stuff because just saying it not in a braggish way at all, because this channel isn't mine. This channel is Ozzy's. It's just clips of him and yeah, there's interviews and stuff, but this is just to remember him and Black Sabbath and talk about music and if you hit the community button, not the join community thing where people have you pay freaking whatever. No, if you go to the post section and you just hit visit community, you could post up to 5 pictures. You don't need anyone from here to do it for you. And then you could write whatever you want in the post. And then if anyone even wants to come on and talk to even someone else on this channel, I would set that up though for you, no problem. I don't always have to be like on the channel. It's just that so far we just have me and Gina, and Pat's been helping. Love you too, my man. You're a real one. I could just tell through the comments. You've been around on here for a while though. Well, see, it feels like it's for a while, but it's only been this 6 months though. But listen, man. Monetization and all that. If you're doing like your own like branding, podcasting, and all that, that's all fine and dandy. But I just can't do that. I just can't do it. And especially after though he passed. And secondly, it's just not about that. It's just full on passion. It's just passion. And I just even when he passed. There's all my friends from back in the day, and even a cousin I didn't speak to in 2 years. It was like a family member. They're like, "How you holding up? Are you all right, man?" Like people checking in on me because they know how I am with Ozzy and stuff. And for just meeting him before, well, no, I did meet him, which was I was blessed to meet him. But I got a great Polaroid with him as well and stuff, and he was fucking great. You know that saying, "Don't meet your heroes." And I'm not a starstruck person at all. He was literally, and I talked to a lot of like public figures with the documentary that we're working on now and stuff like that, and just for my podcast travels, and back when I played music in my 20s. Um, that stuff though doesn't we all bleed red at the end of the day. So I don't put people on pedestal. I'll respect like their work, but if they end up being a piece of shit, then no, I'm not going to respect them just because they're so and so. But Ozzy, he was fucking great, didn't disappoint, and he legitimately loved his fans. And you know how many could say that? Like, I mean, legitimately, like, we were like his oxygen. And he fought so hard though to get back up there that one last time. And the doctors told him that if you go back up there, you're gonna die. Not meaning like die on stage, but the way his wife put it is that if you do this show, it's gotta take you out. So if he didn't do that show, he might have lived an extra, I mean, 40,000 people screaming. He hasn't been on the stage that long, sick. He freaking, I mean, that because they had to keep, because it's the heart that went, and they had to keep checking the blood pressure, all that type of stuff, and all that. That's why she was a wreck on the side of the stage. You could tell the whole time, like he's strapped down, and they had like the what do you call it? He was like on the spinning wheel though, coming after his throne appearance. But so in his mind, he was like, okay, I could live maybe another 90 days, 120 days, relaxing and doing whatever, or I could be the fucking. I talked about this the other night. I call him the greatest frontman of all time, and I don't mean people are gonna jump down my throat and say, "Oh no, there's better singers, there's better this or that." Well, that's great. You go to an Ozzy concert, from the first fucking song to the not even to the encore, it's the same exact energy from start to finish. Just for him to not hide behind an instrument when he's not singing, because it's easy, if you're playing an instrument on it and he's just running around and keep the crowd engaged like that. It's just I've been this I could I don't know how many bands I've seen, hundreds. I'm 44 years old. Hundreds, especially with all the Ozfest I went to too. I mean, with the second stage and all that, uh, and just a lot of other shows, even besides Ozzy and Ozfest. But the fuck am I talking about? I lose my train of thought a lot sometimes, so don't mind me. And it's like, God bless Ozzy Osbourne, absolutely, and that's definitely a great fucking DVD, man. If you can check it out, it's called God Bless Ozzy Osbourne. I have it in the other room. They need to do an app like where you could just like lend someone something, like if you know what I mean, DJ. Like if you don't have that, I could just be like, slide it through. What did I say today? They need to make too. Oh yeah, I locked my keys in my car because I'm always in a hurry like an idiot, and locked my keys in my car. And then it just dawned on me. I'm like, where's the app though? Like because cars back in the day, like you used to get the parts and actually be able to build them and stuff, and it wasn't all computer chippy and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, why did this shut off? Hold on. Let me know if you guys, DJ, give me a thumbs up if you could hear me. I don't know why the headphones shut down, but anyway, so I'm walking outside to the freaking supermarket, and I'm like, oh man, I fucking definitely locked my keys in the car. It's not the end of the world, right? But then it dawned on me. I'm like, where's the app where you just go in and you say, I locked my keys in my car open. Everything else is fucking computerized. Where's that at? Thanks, DJ. Appreciate you, my man. Ozzy was the best front man. his energy and how he loved to be on that's what I'm saying. It's like, whenever I say this to people, be like, well, Freddie Mercury, had better vocal range. Okay, yeah, that's great. And first of all, it's all subjective. So, like, nobody's right. But I'm talking about, I look at it like you see a main band, big band, right? It's like you're going to their house, their party, like, and I've been to a lot of them. And when you go to Ozzy's party concert, it's just fucking fully engaged and just the same energy start to fit it. Like it's just, I don't know. He was incredible. There will never be another one of him. And, you know, the reason obviously why I believe that he was loved so much besides his music and all that is because Ozzy said the things that a lot of people are thinking and don't have the balls to say, but he didn't have a filter. He just say it. So he was very relatable because, you know, where he's very authentic from Birmingham, shit poor, came from nothing. And dad bought him a PA system and the rest is history. And thank God. Thank you, Mr. Jack Osbourne. I'm sure you and your son John are together now. Like that one short that I put up. And that's why I let people always watch an Ozzy. It's because I always see it in the studio. It has like it's like a million like some views of like him saying, "Who's that?" And she's showing him the picture of his father and stuff like that. And I didn't know, man, when he passed. Like I did not realize that it was fucking like, oh, he was only at the house for like 6 days before the show or 5 days, and then he was out there and then he did a Comic-Con after the Back to the Beginning show, and then 17 days later he's gone. And if you watch both those documentaries, the Coming Home one and the one on Paramount Plus, Coming Home, you got to watch them both together because they're like one because they're filmed at the same time, but they're two different documentaries. The BBC one's called Coming Home, that's on YouTube, and then the I did it's called My Take in the video section, My Take on the Paramount Plus one that actually shows him going up on the stage on the throne and then all that stuff, and they were fucking powerful. But it I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I get all over the place when I started thinking like Ozzy and stuff, but I'm just saying though that just what a career, what a like, and as upset as I got when he passed, I had the realization the other day, like it just hit me again too, like because usually like every summer was just systematically in my fucking mind since I was I don't know 18, 17, 16, younger. I got to look at the old ticket stubs. I come from the ticket stub era. They don't even do ticket stubs anymore. You got to freaking have a freaking cell phone and all that shit. We used to put our ticket stubs in binders, and then the lead ups to the show, my buddy Glistenfer, he'd have him hanging off his freaking ceiling on dental floss, just like months before. Great guy. He's not here anymore. God bless him. But, and he would have them covered in tinfoil. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, he's like, in case the building goes down, And he had a lot of other valuables in there, but the tickets are all he cared about. Collecting ticket stubs, that's awesome. Yeah, that was just like part of the thing. And even though like digitized music's great, like now, like don't get me wrong, like when I get off this, I could go and listen to any song just by boom, boom, boom. And I come from like when I used to call the radio and request a song, like, and then and then they do the intro to Mr. Crowley would start, and the radio DJs go, and Loomis requested this, and this is, I don't care, don't tell, I fucking let the intro play, or it'll be like Valley Forge Chevrolet, fucking, in the intro to Crowley's playing, like that's how I had to listen to it till I got the albums, and then you hit play or record in the blank tapes, you know, and even on the door thing there. I mean, there's a lot though. There's a lot though. Obviously, no empty though there into the other room. This is that's why the walls are bare and everything. I'm on the move here. I came back here to help my father. He just passed away November 2nd from cancer, and so I stayed here. It was caretaking for him, and it was an honor to do that because on November 21st, in 2021, I stopped doing like hard drugs and alcohol. I got, my shit together. So, I'm very blessed that at least he got to see that though. But, so yeah, that's why, like, I'm back in, like, my freaking childhood home and, getting out of here in April. And, that's why it's just all bared up in here. But usually I'm in the studio, no. Yeah, man, DJ Giz, I have freaking, uh, so many ticket stubs. I actually found like two of them too before, and I was like, "How they weren't Ozzy? They were. I think one was Tom Petty, and the other one was uh, what can I think? Pantera was it? Well, what? I have to look. Um, Might have been Dan. Might have been, yeah. No, it was at the Electric Factory. It was Danzig. That's right. That's right. And then the Black Label at the Croc Rock. These shows were already 20 years ago. Like, where is time going? I don't know how old all these are and stuff. If you're in your 20s and shit, don't fuck around. I know. I'm that old man now. I feel like, I don't got a gray on my head though. I'm not bald. So I'm still 44, single, no kids. You know what I mean? Full head of hair, a clean bill of health. Like, I can't complain on that front though. But what the fuck was my point? I had a point. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I wish I got to see more bands when I was a kid live. I haven't been to many live shows. Yeah, and you know what was great about Ozfest? And speaking of that, though, when me and Chris did, what do you got, 10,000 subscribers? Oh, yeah, that's what it's already like. So there's a studio behind the page that tells you your views and all that stuff and all this stuff and all that YouTube studio. And it just always tells you the protection. And it's like, yeah, the last 7 days, it's like 1.1 average. It's insane. And that's just the love for Ozzy. And I love seeing that. But 10,000 subscribers, yeah, we're going to hit that though in 6 months' time, which is absolutely just shows though the power of that man right there. Ozzy will never die. His energy and how he loved to be on the stage. Exactly. That's what I meant by the front man, too. Exactly what I meant about it. Seeing Ozzy and Zach live would have blown my mind. Oh, yeah, no, that was great. And I got to see Sam. I see guys right in front of Zach up here when we sniped. I told that story a bunch of times on the live. I was pissing my pants because we got up to me and my buddy Mark. We got up like to the front row, and that wasn't what our tickets were for. But like this was front row, like back when like you were literally there's the bars here, and there was staff right here, and the stage right there. Ozzy used to try to pull people up on stage, throw buckets of water on you and shit like that. But I remember though, like just me and everybody, like we were drinking back then. We're front row, and there's fucking two bands. It was Zombie, and then Corn. No, it was Marilyn Manson. No, it was Chevelle, Marilyn Manson, Zombie, Corn, and then Ozzy. And it was the show I'm talking about is the year that his wife Sharon had cancer. So it was the first show because he had to delay the other shows before that. And he did like an extended set, which was just, it was unbelievable. And he was in a great mood though, because he got good news that she was going to be all right. And he just kept coming out. And it was just, what a fucking show. And but I was pissing, like that's what I was talking about. I was pissing though my pants because we didn't want to lose those seats. And then good old Oz, though, saves us though with the buckets of water, and then he'd bring out the hose and stuff like that. And yeah, he just knew how to have fun, man. Ozzy was just fucking legend, absolute legend. Imagine music without that man. Yeah, man. Zach was like thunderous live, man. Very, very fucking loud. Like very just just such a presence though as well. And I got to see him. I seen him a bunch of times up in like even like more intimate places like like the Crocodile Rock, which only like you could only get like 1,000 people in there, if that. like, in places like that, which I love those type of shows. Arena stadium shows are great and all that though, but I love though, like, you could see a great band that's more like, like, or like a little theater or something like that. But that's an amazing story. Which story is that one? Seeing Ozzy and Zach live in a board. Oh, what, the piss story? Is that the one I was talking about? Yeah. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I wasn't gonna lose the spot for a freaking um just because I had to freaking go take a piss. I wasn't gonna lose that front right, literally right in front of Zach Wild. And then though, I told there's a short of it. I can't get into the whole story now, but Sunday, that's what Sunday's episode's gonna be about. It's gonna be like, because the live chat gets involved. Sunday's episode with me and Gina on is gonna be about like Ozzy and like how in what ways how he impacted your lives. I think that's a good first Sunday midday, little afternoon show. Now, when football season and all that stuff starts and stuff, we'll probably move it up to Sunday nights or whatever. Or maybe it actually, if I don't know what time Gina gets up, but she's in the West Coast, so she's 3 hours. So if I'm doing 3 p.m., she's noon. If I did noon, when that, I don't know, whatever. Even if football's on or whatever, if 3 o'clock, I'll be on this channel 3 o'clock. Look, I've been on here now for over a half hour with just DJ on. I don't care if there's one on. I rock with this. And Audrey, not sure she's still here, but she did show up, and I really appreciate you, Audrey. I hope I'm saying it right. Audrey Sargent, 3518. I like seeing the hearts and the hundreds. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't be afraid to jump in the live chat. Tell me to go fuck off. I don't care. Be a bitch. Get in here. I know there's more vampires out there awake. I put United States, and that's what it does when you do YouTube live. I never go through the live on here. I always go through Streamyard. But when you go through the live on here during the day, like, what happens is you get so much volume of traffic because it goes up in the top live section of normal YouTube. So anyone could just bump into a live. Whereas if you use a StreamYard feature, which is great because like when someone comments, I could hit it and their comment comes up, and then I could show pictures on StreamYard, but it doesn't collect as many viewers and stuff like that though. This here is just a total different though game, but it's all about where you put it. So I put United States, not thinking though that it's 5 a.m. here now. It's 2 a.m. already in California, and I should have put though the UK. I should have got yeah, you know what? I'm gonna see if that does anything or changes anything. But just keep in mind, Sunday, me and Gina, and I'm actually gonna do a UK test right after this. So DJ, I'm happy, man, you found me on one. But if you see any of the recycled lives, you'll see this isn't like our normal live show. This is me holding a fucking phone in a fucking robe. Uh fucking, you know, unwinding after a fucking uh pretty stressful week, but we got through it. What the fuck is that thing? Oh, you could put stuff. How do you put stickers? Oh no, is that a oh, I thought that was a GIF. I'm like, how the fuck did he get a fucking sippy can in there? But it's not a sippy can. That's a fucking that's a laughing face. It's like Toxic the Avenger. The fuck am I talking about? But no, the big green thing threw me off. Yeah, I've seen your live shows before. You out a lot of effort and love into them. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, I just got to get better with the organization. Though, once this documentary's fucking finished for not YouTube, I have something that's going on. That's my normal like work shit, And once time settles down a little bit, get the channel more organized. But it's great though that and people, I think they think I'm kidding when I tell them, listen, any one of you could be on the channel. Anyone who's subscribed could be on this app, could be on this channel. Anyone. So like, it's not mine. Like, like if I'm like, oh yeah, I might do a live on Wednesday, but then like, Pat or someone else reaches out and they're like, oh, hey, I was thinking about doing this. I would go ahead. Like, I don't need to be like when Pat's band, he's in a band called Madhouse, an Ozzy tribute, and out in Baltimore. Met him on here. And then when they played over the holidays, I wasn't even on the episode or nothing. I synced up though his show live right through though like this channel. Like that's what I want. Like my dream for this channel was for like, hardcore diehard fans to like, be able to use this to come on and or if you don't feel comfortable coming on, um, using the live chat to just have good old conversation. But what's better than talking music and Oz and all that good stuff. And then when everything that goes with it, Sabbath and Ozzy's just like the tree, you know what I mean? All the other, we talk about a lot on here. So many other bands, for whether it's Ozfest or for whatever, like whoever, because you got to realize those two bands and Ozzy saw. I'll always say even Ozzy himself, but Black Sabbath, um, with heavy metal, absolutely, but Tony Iommi, without a doubt, riff master uh, extraordinaire, and that's Black Sabbath to me, though. I'm sorry, the original four. I mean, come on, the same neighborhood, though, and you get the four guys from the Flyer, though, in the same. You know how rare that is. Usually, people go through talent agencies, and and no flock on Dio. Ronnie James Dio was unbelievable. Like, he was in talent agencies, and then you get assigned music. Sebastian Bach, same thing, and they put him with this. But like Ozzy said, biggest, proudest achievement, though. Um, was the fact that Black Sabbath were just four guys from the neighborhood that got together and fucking look what they did. So, and then look what Ozzy did. Because everyone has this, I don't, if you weren't alive in those days, this is what I was told. Ozzy wasn't Ozzy, like, when Black Sabbath was over. Like, he wasn't known, like, he wasn't household and, like, like how he was he uh, when Blizzard of Oz came out. So, and then especially way more, obviously, when that show came out. But he was Oz, even before that, he was always huge. But I'm saying, though, but then the TV show just fucking stored him out to whatever. But my point being is that, I don't even know what my point is. I ramble a lot and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But but that's what we do on these lives. I'm not afraid to fucking look dumb. I'm not afraid to fucking look stupid. Everything doesn't have to be all clean and edited and shit like that. Just like Instagram or like, social media, it's all highlight reel people put up. How come they never show the bad stuff? And I'm not saying show the bad stuff though. To bring negativity. I'm saying though, sometimes it's okay though to mention some bad stuff because maybe someone else out there is struggling. So by you mentioning some bad stuff, it helps that person though out. But everyone though wants to fucking pose in front of a fucking car that's not even theirs, and this and that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Grow out of that shit. But it was actually not even in there. Yeah, I got ADHD. You were making sense, brother. Don't worry. Um, yeah, I think that my short term will just go. I just lose my train of thought because I don't rehearse these at all. I just go off the cuff, and I just like to be organic and genuine. Not like if we have a topic or whatever, maybe I'll have like a bullet point written down to look at or up on the whiteboard, but on the office though, but in the studio, excuse me, but for the most part, it's just boom. And even the pre-record I just got done doing, most underrated album. That's in my opinion, um, what I believe is Ozzy's most underrated album, but is one of my favorite albums of his. That episode will be out this week, 100%. So there's a pre-recorded. And you, as you know, shorts every day. Try to at least get one short out there a day. And thank you to Victrola, thank you to Linda, and thank you to Bonnie for killing it in the community, for posting pictures and sharing stuff. Every one of you did. Everyone who shares pictures in that community, I love seeing that. Take advantage of that. Yeah, you know what? Though for the day, well, usually too, like someone's like, like when it's like almost like their last album or whatever. He was always consistent. Now, like that album, like to me, obviously, you know, Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, like those albums to me are like the foundation of everything that came after, meaning with him solo. So, like, yeah, that. But I mean, it was just Ozzy had his own sound, like, and from like I always say, like you go into a CD store, you see rock, pop, but there could just be an Ozzy, like meaning like that. His music is like its own genre in itself, like just from his voice, the little like keyboard, more synth like mixed into his music overall, and the haunting organ. I mean, Mr. Crowley's what got me started on keyboards and playing piano. Fucking got me hooked on that. And it died, the song Diary of a Madman, forget about it. And then Revelation Mother Earth on the piano, and uh, Goodbye to Romance, all great stuff. Early Sabbath days before he was a household name. I love his page. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm. So imagine he gets thrown out of Sabbath and his dad just dies. He gets thrown out of Sabbath, so he's has obviously he's going through fucking hell, and he's got addiction issues, and but he's still signed though with Jet Records, and they held on to him, thank God. And but could you imagine though, like Tony Iommi though thinking like, all right, we fired Ozzy, we got a new singer, and then all of a sudden the Blizzard of Oz hits. Not even like a year and a half, like though not yeah, it was like a year later. Like talk about what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like to man, like we talked about that in the show the other night. Like imagine like Iommi's like, I mean, he loves it now because what you got to realize too, because that Tony Iommi is always like the big brother, pretty much though to Ozzy, and they are very tight. They're all brothers, him, Bill Geezer, and Oz. But they were still texting up until the last day he's alive. But what during the come up when Ozzy was fired and stuff, and they're young, they're young guys, they're in their 20s. Like, you're still a kid in your 20s. I don't care. You fucking hand me fucking millions of dollars or whatever in my 20s. And all these people want to write in comments and judge everyone. You all are perfect out there, huh? You never made a fuck up or stutter step in your life. And you know what the psychology of that is? When people want to go on or like they see an interview with Shia LaBeouf and they want to go and attack him and all that stuff and or whoever. I'm just using it as an example. But they want to because what they do is they almost like seeing like I'm not saying Shia LaBeouf's going through a train wreck or whatever, but people like seeing train wrecks in a way because it makes them feel more comfortable about their own train wreck of a life. So usually when you see comments in the comment section that are assuming and putting others down and being like, "Oh, he needs help," that's the old saying, "Don't throw fucking stones at glass houses." But my point being though is uh stop fucking assuming and fucking thinking you know everything and we don't know shit. Because we see a couple clips or we see this or that. We don't know what's going on in other people's. That's why even when I'm at the store, hold the door for the person, say yes, excuse me, whatever. I mean, I'm capable if I have to use violence to protect myself. But my point being is, why fuck with people? Just the world's crazy. You don't know what people are going through. Just be nice. Do good things and be nice. Victrola. This is a random Victrola. I see if I could catch some UKs, and I'm on my phone. I never did a live like this where I'm not even on the Streamyard. I just literally said your name probably 5 minutes ago about the like communities and stuff. Only a year later is crazy, isn't it? isn't it? Imagine Tony Iommi. Hey, Loomis, what's up, Victrola? Great to see you. I hope you have a great weekend. I was just laying around. I got all my work done and stuff like that, and then I was like, I took a shower, and then was laying down. I just couldn't sleep, and I just was like, I just got done editing a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna watch a movie, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to go on here and see if some of the people, because I'll get emails or people in the shorts comments will be like, man, I always miss your live because I'm in the UK. So I tried to come on random as a test to see if people would come on. I got DJ finally got up and got so what was that? Anyway, DJ finally got on here, which was great. And I even told him I've been on here for 45 minutes and it's only been him. And I'll fucking rock. I don't care if it's fucking 50, 100, 1. Fucking, I'm rocking with you. Not much up. Have a great weekend too. I plan to post tonight on the community. Well, that's what I was just talking about. Excellent. I was just saying uh, how how great that is that you do that, and I'm looking forward to that. Now I'm going to hold you to it, Victrola. Definitely post it, and I don't know what the fuck it is though. So because we a lot of views from the shorts and just the channel, and I mean like it's approaching 10. We just hit 8,000. Now it's approaching in the studio. It says by next week it'll be at 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. For 6 months, so it just shows how loved Ozzy is. But and like 7.5 million views, which I just love. It just warms my soul because that's just everyone watching him and still loving him and all that stuff. And it's just fucking great. I can't comment on the shorts though, now that I have my wrench. Well, it's not at 10,000. It's like at 8,902. But the way the studio is set up, though, it doesn't put up all the numbers ahead of time, and it already says the average. Like we've been averaging 1,000 subscribers a week the past the past 3 weeks. Well, yeah, if we need 70 to hit 9,000 by the end of the weekend, which it's already it's there because you see it in it's called YouTube Studio. It shows you the graph and all that though. But the bottom line is, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I had a fucking channel out there that for years, even though I was going to re-ups and stuff and fucking up in life, but I had a channel out there for a while that it took me freaking it wasn't as consistent, obviously. It wasn't Ozzy Osbourne, but it was just me. But I mean, that took fucking long to hit 1,000, to hit 2,000. You know what I mean? But this just shows the love for Ozzy. It'll never be monetized, and could have been a while ago, and that's not happening. And I just want people to come on and, you know, be on there and come on here like how I'm on here. I want people to have access and fucking just jump on. You don't need my permission, and I could get you access. So just hit me up in the Ozzy Osbourne tribute page at gmail.com. I can't comment on the shorts though now that I have my wrench. That's not true. Uh, Gina does all the time. Really? I can thumbs up on shorts, but can't open the comments. What the fuck is that about? Really? Yeah, I was wondering where you've been. But I see in the community and stuff like that. But yeah, I heard the process is for the UK Birmingham only. Yeah, I mean they're not gonna like tour that out in the first year though. And I don't know if you were watching when it was. Why did these keep going out? Hold on. It was when he passed about a week and a half, 2 weeks later. My buddy from Connecticut, Chris, came on and we did 2 Ozfest episodes. And I was saying, like, oh, they're going to bring Ozfest back. They should bring Ozfest back. And I wasn't expecting it to be that fucking quick. But when I saw that it was that quick, I was like, well, there's no way that this is a tour. But I mean, it's still fucking awesome. And, you know, Yeah, I've had problems opening the comments on the shorts. Oh, you mean just opening the comments? Yeah, then that shouldn't be that has nothing to do with being a wrench for opening the comments. You might want to check something on that. And then if it's still going on, then I'll unwrench you because I could destroy your wrench at any second. And then hold on. All right, Victrola. So right now you just lost you're not a made member. I could give you the wrench right back. But why don't you do this right now since you don't have a wrench, if you don't mind? Could you click? Are you on your phone? Like, could you click out and go to a short and see if you can get in the comments now? I just want to know if that's the problem. If you can't right now, that's fine. You might be on a laptop or something. It's more of a pain in the ass. On this, it's just bing bang. Oh, okay, yeah. Will you go on a short and uh um make sure you could get in on them? And if it's thank you. And then let me know. I'll hang out here until you let me know. So what you're saying is when you go in there, you hit the well, I forgot to think what's his name though for fucking throwing out what do you call happy I could catch you, man. It made my morning. Yeah, DJ. When I saw you popped up, I was fired up, my man. I appreciate that, my man. I really do. It made your morning. I didn't even get to sleep yet. No, but I love being awake though, man. That's like I love creating when everyone's sleeping. When the world's sleeping, I love creating. There's just a different energy, mood cycle for me. Okay, I can open comments now and reply. That doesn't make any sense though. Why can't you if you're a wrench? Linda freaking is in the comments constantly. I know why. Hold on. I know why. Watch this, Victrola. Watch this. Victrola lady is now a standard moderator for your channel. Do me a favor if you don't mind. Try it again. No, it's not your phone. I had you as managing moderator. Now you got your wrench back, but watch, go and try to do it again. Tell me if it works. If you don't mind, please. Because I bet you that's what it was. I had you managing the shop. Well, yeah, well now we at least know though that. But see, but all the other moderators though, they could comment. That's why I'm like, this is weird. But you could put posts up. Well, everyone could in the community anyway. So that wouldn't matter, make a difference. But I bet you, I guarantee it was because you were a managing moderator. Or, yep, it works. Yep, it's because you were managing my. So you got rid of your managerial position, just so you know, you stepped down. So, but we'll find someone else out there. No, I didn't even know that you were. Because it gives you two options, standard, moderate, and just for stuff like this, it's the same thing pretty much. It's the difference in standard and managing is just that a managing one could delete comments, but a standard one though could still block or hide like users and stuff. It's a very like thin fucking line, but I'd rather have this and be able to comment and stay stuff on the shorts. Absolutely, even though you kill it every freaking time on the um, community. Yep, the tiredness is hitting me. Come on, man, DJayGizmo, throwing the love out. I wonder what those are over there. For as long as I've been using YouTube, but I mean, I appreciate though when people hit them, though, the hearts and the 100s and the parties and all that stuff, though. But like, what do those add up to? You know what I mean? Because they're not likes. So I wonder what they have to do something. But I like seeing them pop up. This was great, man. Fucking DJ Gizmo And me rocked it for a good freaking like 40 minutes. Then Victrola came in. And that was great though, because Victrola that you came in when you did, because I'm getting ready to definitely unwind. I like to like I have blackouts though, um, where I go fucking sleep though, and but it doesn't really matter. But I like to try to get like some documentary or movie or something to watch to unwind to. Especially when I could just fucking sleep till fucking whenever though tomorrow. Actually, I can't. I have to shoot B-roll tomorrow at 3 p.m. after the St. Patty's parade. But whatever. I'll get it done. I'll get it done. Anyway, I'm getting out of here before I just keep rambling around and annoying you more. But DJ, Victrola, and like I always say, I get to everyone. Audrey, thank yous for jumping in at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I know Victrola where you're at though. It's 2:25 though, but still late where you're at. But hey, DJ, my man, you have a great day. And don't forget me and Gina as well. Sunday 3 p.m. we are starting as well. Besides, like we're still doing the every Wednesday, but we're also doing another one, and it's Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, every Sunday. So great to catch you too, DJ. Good night, Victrola. Love the writing, love everything that you do, Victrola, in the community, and holding it down. I appreciate you. I can't believe I did this for an hour. Fucking almost 56 minutes, 56. Remember though, DJ, this is, oh, you've seen the other lives though. Like I do it through Streamyard. I'm usually not laying on a fucking futon, but but at 5 o'clock in the morning. But I just wanted to say hello to some people. Thank you, Victrola. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. And great to catch you. You guys definitely DJ. If you don't catch tomorrow night, because they're the random ones though, 3 p.m. Eastern on, and I'll put it up in the post section, 3 p.m. Eastern, like clockwork, every Sunday, me and Gina, and then on Wednesday. And Victrola, like instead of doing the album things, because we do you try to do a topic on a live, but it's hard because you want to talk to the people who are commenting to you and stuff. So, like, if it's pre-recorded, it's easier to stay on topic. I'm not saying that because, the people in the chat take us away from our thought. No, we love in the people. That's what we want is people in the chat. But point being is that, instead of us like the Ozzy talks like are just they're not topic. It's just like we just flow, right? So, but I'm thinking for the Sunday show that we do, I'd like to get it to like a point where whether it's Ozzy, Sabbath, a member from him or whatever, know how, or just even Ozzy, like how he like influenced or changed something like in your life or whatever, like little like type little stories like that and stuff like that. I think would be a nice little sentiment. And we can even do that in the post section too in the community. Like I could just put a post up of that with his picture and have a bunch of people write and read them and stuff. They don't all write like you though, Victrola. But hey, both of yous, love yous, and thank yous for being here. And yeah, share with your people. Ozzy lives forever. Love you guys. Good night, and I'll see you today. I'll see you later on tonight. Or actually, it might though be the next day because it's after midnight. If you go by that shit, I go by sleep. See us, but I see us. DJ, it was great seeing you pop in, my man.